there. Thank you for joining me. I have been testing this fluid acrylics pouring since the beginning of August, and I want to share with you my observations. This may not be true, but it's what I think is true. First of all, we're gonna use today 3 colors. These are the primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. This one is called Quinacridone Red, Hansa Yellow Medium, and Cobalt Blue Hue. They're DecoArt Americana premium colors. The first observation is that you need to have a combination of transparent and semi-transparent colors. How do you know which color is transparent or not? You can test it by painting a row of black and putting the color on top of that and see if you're gonna see the black or not. But I'm gonna give you an easier way. We have on our Facebook group called Fluid Acrylics Pouring, we have specification papers that will tell you exactly if the color is transparent or not. It will also tell you how is the light fastness of the color. And these colors are rated excellent on light fastness. Okay, so for this to work, in my opinion, you need to have a mixture combination of transparent, semi-transparent, and opaque colors. I'm going to use titanium white, which is an opaque color, and I have this semi-transparent, I have this one transparent, and I have one that is semi-transparent. So 2 semi-transparent, 1 transparent, and 1 opaque. My second observation is the consistency of the paints. We'll show you that while we mix. We'll show you what we think is the best consistency. And the amount of Floetrol. I don't think you should have more Floetrol than you have of paint. I think you have to have about half or less. And also, do not stir too much the silicone. Different type of paints require different type of recipes. So this recipe will apply to these paints but may not apply to the paints that you're using. I think that you should also put the silicone right before pouring. And I like to use the combination of this and this, but today I'm going to add others. I think you should have to mix fresh batches of paint, and I think you have to also pour from high, and I think you have to also shake the bottle of Floetrol right before pouring. So we're going to test if all this works. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to bring 5 ounces cups. I'm going to put these colors on those cups and the Floetrol, and I'm going to show you one of the mixes. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we have number 1, and this paper with all this observation, I'm going to put this file under the Facebook group, so you're going to find it in there. So the first observation is mixing transparent and opaque colors in here and semi-transparent. We've got that covered. Now we have to mix about half or less of the Floetrol. So we have also observation that the bottle of Floetrol have to be shaked. Okay, so I'm gonna shake it before putting it in the paint. And you're gonna see how instantly it reacts to that with that paint. I may have put too much. We'll see. If I put too much, I'll know because it's gonna be too liquid. There, and we need more in here because there's more in there. Okay. So now we have to test the consistency of the paint. That's another factor. So let's see. We're gonna mix very well this in here, and I'm gonna show you only one. Remember, we don't need to do all these because they're all the same. I think it's perfect. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna let it go, and you're gonna see how it flows. But it's not completely liquid. You see, it's not completely liquid. It has some body. It has some body, but it flows. It may not be. It is. I think it is borderline. So sometimes you need to mix it well, and then it starts having the consistency that it needs. I think it needs a tiny bit more of the Floetrol. I'm not gonna add water. With these paints, I do not add water. I think now it's perfect. You see how it flows? It flows, but it has some body. Okay, so now it is perfect. Let's check the yellow, and I'm gonna do all this outside of camera. Okay, now we have the step that we have to add the silicone. We have several types of silicone in here. You can use only one, as many as you want. I'm going today to add, I'm gonna add 1 drop of the treadmill, because I'm testing if I add more, if I get more cells. Because I do get cells, but I want to get more. Okay, I'm not gonna put any on the white. Now I'm gonna use this one, the FS Silk, which I love. First time I got cells is when I used this one, and I love it. So I'm gonna put a squish. Okay. I am also going to use a Dimethicone. I put 1 of that, 1 drop on each. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Oops, I put it in the white. Oh well. Sometimes I do stupid things like that. Oh well. It was meant to be. Let's put it like this. Okay, let's put it on the others. The 3 in 1. Okay. So I put all that silicone. So we have enough silicone today. We cannot say it is because we don't have silicone. Okay, do not mix too much. You can even count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And since we put it in the white, let's blend the white. Okay. Today I'm also gonna try to do something I did before to see if I can do it better now. I'm gonna use the toilet paper tube, and I'm gonna try to do it differently. So I'm gonna put it about in here. I'm gonna start in here. I'm gonna pour first white, and I'm gonna good amount of white from the beginning. Then I'm gonna put the red, the 3 colors. Red, blue, yellow, and I'm gonna finish it with white. Gonna release it a tiny bit. I'm gonna start releasing it, and then I start with the next colors. Okay, now I'm gonna start with the colors again. Let me just use the heat in here instead of the fire. Okay, let's do again all the colors. We can start with blue. No, let's start with the white. I'm sorry. White. So white, with a amount of white, then the blue, the red, and the yellow, and finish it with the white. And we don't want to lose this, so let's start pulling it like this. Okay, so in that end, I'm gonna put more white. And I'm gonna put white on the edges. I'm doing an experimenting here. And let's put the fire. So many cells. Okay, so we're losing things in here, so let's start moving it. And you know, I have to add this also. When you move your piece is when you start seeing more action too. We need to think what we want from here, because we cannot get it all, and we have a small tiny canvas. We should have done this on a larger canvas. So let's go do it this way, like that, and now let's move it this way. That edge. You got tons of cells. So now we have to move that way, and that's all we're gonna move. I have to see how beautiful is that side. And we can bring that a tiny bit inside. The more you move, the more movement you get. See that large, we should have done this on a larger canvas, so I'm gonna redo the colors and do it on a large canvas so that we can get bigger cells. So it's not too much to move in here. Let's see if we can get more in there. Okay, so whatever is left on the corners, I'm going to put from the drippings. Okay, so let's put this aside. Gonna put a tiny bit more fire. I'm gonna put it aside, and I want to do it in a bigger, the same experiment on a bigger one, so I can spread more the cells and get bigger cells. So